Today, from Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee, this is Madden Football on EA Sports.
On to get us started now, the kicker Chris Boswell. And off we go from Nashville. Cameron Batson now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Henry running right. And this is going to be a Titans first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too. Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone's expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
And that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. Bullock's kick is good, and the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That swung out wide to Harris. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be a 2nd down. And some room to roam now. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Flush to his right. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And the Titans are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. After the interception, here's Tannehill. Escaping the pressure. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Throwing on 2nd and long. Tannehill. Flushed out right. He's got room to run past the 20. And he's out right at the 25. 1:53 remaining in this first half of play. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Sutton. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Throwing again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger got his man complete over the middle. That's Harris. And the Steelers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Well, maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you get the second half to play.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Time again to see what Ryan Tannehill and the Titans can do. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell him, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Here's 2nd and a yard. Now it's Tannehill, eluding the pressure right. He's got the tight end Furtzer right side complete. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. The final shot here before the break, Tannehill. He's going deep for Brown. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. So we've reached... All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, a combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. Ray McCloud to return. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively, just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if... Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39, and the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game, 1st and 10 here. Despite the strong run, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. Still 9 remaining on second down. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Being chased out left. Henry's got it out on the left side. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A big play that time through the air. 39 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Flush to his right. This is caught. And it's a Titans touchdown. Chester Rogers, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans have taken the lead. Bullock good on the extra point. And the lead is now 10-3. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it ends with a Tennessee score. McLeod now on the return. And able to get this out to the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Johnson with a burst, a 1st down and more. And gets it across the 50 and down to the 48.
A couple of 1st downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. From the 39, Roethlisberger. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 17-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps. It cuts towards the middle of the field, and now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage. And now 3rd and 11 coming up. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. Escaping the pressure right. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Open man is Johnson. Touchdown Steelers. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. They get out of bounds.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They'll try the right side with Henry. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Tannehill to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Here's Brett Kern now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And just shutting him off there. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sideline?
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you.
Ben gonna throw. Flushed out right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Now Roethlisberger eluding the pressure right. And he's got his big tight end here. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. Going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't